Hello, everybody. I'm back. Took a week off last Friday. I didn't do my live stream. If you saw on the community post, I mentioned I wasn't going to do a live stream. I was actually not home. I was at my friend's horse ranch helping them out all weekend. Now, anyways, I'm going to let everybody kind of filter in for a minute. Stuff's a mess. Had quite a few orders today. I guess I don't really have a good background trying to get some of that fish tank. But I went back to my old ways. I made a list, like a bullet list of what I want to talk about tonight. Going to talk more about fish stuff tonight, kind of what's been going on, and updating everybody with what I've been doing outside of fish and whatnot. But anyways, good to see everybody here. As you guys filter in, I appreciate y'all being here with me tonight. So I'm gonna start with the off fish topic stuff, just to kind of catch people up on what's been going on. And the first thing on my list, I want to thank Andy. He placed a large fish order this week, and he bought up all my oddball numbers of fish. I had mentioned on my live stream like 2 weeks ago that trying to move these fish out, I had quantities of like random stuff. Like I had two cardinal tetras. I ended up having two Melanite Corys, and he bought all the oddball numbers. So thank you, Andy, for your order. Mark, who's also a channel member, he placed an order earlier tonight before the live stream started. So thank you, Mark, for your order. Your guys' fish orders will go out Monday. Anyways, let's talk about last Friday, why I wasn't live. I was at my friend's horse ranch from Friday after work. So let's say like 6 p.m. And I didn't get home until Monday night. And basically, it's been planned for, I don't know, let's say like a month now. One of their pastures has a real low spot and it collects water really badly. And with horses, you need to have pastures for them to graze on. Well, when you lose a half an acre of your field due to water, it's not beneficial. So they needed to do what's called drain tiles. And if you don't know what drain tile is, it's basically a pipe that you put in the ground and it's got holes in it. It allows water to drain into this pipe, and then you pipe it downgrade to somewhere else, right? So we end up doing, I don't know the exact number, maybe 1,500 feet, maybe 2,000 feet of drain tile. Depending on where we did it, it was anywhere from 18 inches underground to like 3 feet underground. It was a lot of digging, and luckily didn't do it by hand. They rented a mini excavator, and I'm pretty efficient with like construction equipment. Growing up, my parents had 15 acres, and when my parents bought that, my dad wanted a pond, and instead of paying somebody to do a pond, this is where I get my do-it-yourself kind of mentality. Instead of paying somebody to come out and dig a pond, he bought a bulldozer and did a 1 acre pond himself. And now that he had a bulldozer, he was doing driveway installs for people, like people that just bought new properties and needed driveways or ponds. He was doing it as like a side hustle. And I would go with him on these jobs. And he would have like skid steers, which is like if you think of like landscaping, like the buckets with the four wheels, they can like zero turn. I got to like play around with those when I was really little. But anyways, I'm fluent in running equipment. So they had me run this mini excavator all weekend, digging the trenches and then grading the dirt back on top. And that's what I did. And we basically did it sun up to sundown, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And with some, I guess, comedy involved. I took the dogs with me. So Charlotte and Havana went with me. They stayed with me the whole weekend. I actually stayed in the camper that I've been planning on buying and living out of. And it kind of was cool because it was a trial run of how would I survive in a camper with 2 dogs? And let me tell you, the first night was rough. So Friday night, I got there. It was, it's getting darker earlier. And sorry, I saw somebody said something about buffering. On my screen, it looks great. I have YouTube up, and the quality looks pretty crappy. So maybe my internet is not the best right now. I'm on Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully I don't drop it out. But anyways, it gets dark kind of early, and so Friday night, didn't do much. I unloaded the excavator off the trailer, fixed a couple things around the farm that needed fixed with it, and then basically went to bed because I knew I was going to get up early. Well, the bed in this camper isn't a queen size bed, which is what I have here. It's kind of like a full bed or a double. I don't know. It's not very big. When you got 2 dogs on this bed, my dogs sleep with me. It was tight, but that wasn't really the issue. The issue was the beds in the slide out part of the camper, where like the side of it slides out to make it bigger whenever you park, and so you're kind of like in this, I don't want to say tunnel, but you got walls right next to the bed. You can't walk next to the bed. Like the mattress is in this hole, and there's windows, and it's got metal mini blinds. Anytime the dog would get up and like twist to like readjust, it hit the metal blinds. If you guys ever had metal blinds, it's noisy as crap. Well, when Charlotte would get up and move and hit the metal blinds, Havana would go nuts. Like, what's going on? Like somebody breaking in, Didn't sleep at all Friday night. Ended up waking up at 5:30, and at that point I was awake. I went into the farmhouse, made some coffee, and got started at, I think I waited until like 8 on the dot every day. That way the neighbors wouldn't be mad of the heavy equipment starting up. It's diesel. And so I waited till 8 on the dot and then started working. Maybe Sunday I started a little bit earlier, but I tried to wait till 8. Anyways, that's what I did all last weekend. Got a lot of sun, worked on my farmer's tan. If you guys can, I don't know how well that's shown up, but in person, the farmer's tan is strong. I'm just going to cross this stuff off of my list. That way I can keep rolling. What I got going on this weekend is I'm going to a wedding tomorrow. I actually need to wake up early and go to the store because I need to find a new shirt. The shirt that I planned on wearing actually has a rip in it, which I didn't know about. So I need to go to the store in the morning, grab a new shirt, and go to this wedding. Should be a lot of fun, but that's what I plan on doing tomorrow. Sunday, I hope I can recover and get some stuff done around the house. Next weekend is my vacation. I'm going to Tennessee with the horse ranch people, and we're taking some horses. We rented a cabin, and we're going to go horseback riding in the mountains of like Tennessee. So looking forward to that, getting away for a few days for a very long weekend. It's not all week. It's like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday type thing. So really, that's all I got for off topic. So now I'm going to go through and start talking about fishy stuff. Well, before I do that, let me catch up on the chat because I keep seeing the random messages about buffering. Texas Fish Room says no buffering, a little bit of buffering. I know the quality kind of sucks on my computers. That usually means my internet sucks with it uploading. To be honest, I probably need to reset my internet and let it like refresh itself. Could be that. Foxy's Fisher says YouTube's been glitchy for a few days for random people. Yeah, I mean, if it's other channels. I know when I was watching Ohio Fish Rescue tonight, their quality automatically lowered for me. So maybe Maybe YouTube is having an issue right now. Who knows? Oops. I'm clicking on the wrong stuff now. John says farm people start at daylight and quit at dark. Yeah. And Saturday night and Sunday night, slept like a rock. Getting up before the sun rises to start working. And it's not like physical work running the equipment, but it was like exhausting. The mental, like with the excavator, it had joysticks. And so the joysticks, it's not like just front and back, it's front, back, side, side. There's foot pedals. There's a lot of like dexterity of like mental, like how to make everything operate smoothly, because to get the job done quickest, it's got to be really fluid motion, like dig, you got to tilt the bucket and, swing it to dump it. And you got to do this as quickly as possible. And because it's a trenching excavator, so the bucket's not very wide, because you don't want to make a big hole when you're only running a 4-inch pipe. But it really tired me out. Sunday hit, and like Sunday night, I was like, all right, this has been a lot of work. And Monday, it's just going to be, I can't be here all day Monday. I got stuff I need to do. I got the fish room I need to take care of, laundry, stuff like that. Stuff I normally do on Sunday. I hadn't planned on being there Monday anyways, because honestly, I didn't even realize it was the holiday. I thought I had to work, and it wasn't until I got to the farm that they mentioned about the holiday. I was like, oh, well, sweet. So luckily we had the holiday, because we couldn't have gotten everything done in the 2 days. But we did. So fishy stuff. I talked about that camper, kind of doing a test run in it. It's tight, and granted, it still has my friend's mom's stuff. She's up in Michigan, so it still has some of her stuff in there. And I think if my couch was in there, it'd be more comfortable and make it more homey. But I feel like if I was there, I'd probably just be doing ranch stuff to stay out of the camper. That, or I'd be watching a lot of YouTube, which isn't a bad thing, but it's definitely not like a relaxing, hang out in the camper type thing. So, how my house is coming, I sold the car, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned all this stuff before. I sold my Civic to get it out of the garage. I sold my 4-wheeler. I still need to sell my boat. I haven't even touched it. I have a log splitter I need to sell. And then it's on to building a new shed. I do believe I'm going to build it and not buy it, save some money. I bought a dehumidifier yesterday. So I had this little dehumidifier I bought off Amazon like when I first started my fish room. Very small. It removed water, not super fast, but it worked. Well, I decided to get a bigger one because the fish room's been really humid this summer, and I noticed like water on the glass door that goes out to my backyard. I'm like, all right, I need to take care of this. So I went out and bought one of the big dehumidifiers. It's got a pump built into it so you can run a water line. A lot of them have a drain line that you can run to like a sump pump in your basement. Well, I don't have a sump pump because I don't have a basement, so I need to go up into a drain. So I bought one that had a pump in it that will pump water up a line into my drain. And I wish I would have bought this thing a lot sooner. It removed, I couldn't believe how much water is in that tiny room as far as water in the air. I knew what the humidity was, and I just cranked it on, and 20 minutes later I go out there, I'm like, it's way more comfortable being here, for sure. The other thing is it really puts out a ton of heat, and it raised the fish room temperature by like 8 degrees yesterday, and I was like, ooh, like it's actually kind of hot in here. It was nice because it was hot, but it was dry. But I'm like, all right, well, I need to watch how hot this room will get, because like in the summer, that could be an issue. But the other thing is I had the AC turned off to the fish room to keep the heat in it. So I might have to play around like, all right, if this dehumidifier is running full blast all day long, how hot does it get it, and then I can start opening. There's 2 AC vents in there. I can start opening them or closing them to see how I can regulate the temperature better. I think that the humidifier is going to be awesome in the winter because I can keep the room dry and also pump heat into it to heat the room in the winter versus using the little electric heater I have. So it might be a win-win come winter time. So with the house thing, I've been thinking about it harder and harder. I've been really thinking about holding off on selling this year. I feel like I'm really, I'm trying to like pace myself, and I think I'm really kind of rushing things too fast. We're trying to like sell off all my stuff and try to wrap everything up as quickly as possible to sell the house. So I think what I want to do is pause and step back a minute and think about how this is all going to go. And I think what I'm going to do is hold off on selling the house this year and really contemplate what I'm going to do. I think my mind changes daily. It's just a thing. And I think what I'm currently trying to do is consolidate my debts and everything and save up money to buy property with cash. And then if I can buy property with cash, still have the house here, and then I can look at continuing to save money and then building my barn dominium that I want to do. Versus right now I'm trying to like rush and sell everything so I can go live in a camper and then find property. I think what I want to do is try not to rush it, wait until I find the right property that I want, and buy it, and then pay the property taxes on it, and just keep the land, maintain it until I'm ready to build. So what does that mean for the future of this channel and whatnot? So I've been doing some non-fish related videos. It's kind of hit or miss. A lot of people like seeing what I do no matter what I do, whether it's fish related or not. I got some comments about I thought this was a fish channel. That's uh-oh. Did my stream just crash? Are you guys still there? Because my Internet Explorer just lost the stream. I think I'm still there. Check. I refresh it. I think I'm still here. Okay. Texas Fisherman says we're still here. All right, because it's still good on my phone, but my computer screen completely disappeared. Like it lost the stream. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep going as long as my phone says I'm still live. So, Stepped on Lego says stream crashed for me, but refresh and it's fine. Yeah, that's what I just did myself. So apparently I'm having issues uploading tonight or downloading. Something's going on. Not sure. I'll have to look into my internet connection after this. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna put off on selling the house, and then what do I do with the garage? So I got rid of the car, which has been holding me back, and I think what I'm gonna do is revert back to my original plan. I'm gonna continue on pushing to get the fish tanks out of the house and into the garage, and that's still, the details of that, I still need to rip the drywall down and insulate it, and instead of drywall I'm going to do the plastic panels, so with moisture can't go through those panels, they're waterproof, and basically revamp the whole garage to a fish room and get back on doing the 2,000 gallon build. And that's where I'm kind of, I guess, debating what to do. I'm doing the big tank no matter what. I'm doing the community tank, the 2,000 gallon community tank. That's just something I want to do. Um, and then the original plan was 2,000 gallon for live stream background, and then the rest of the garage was going to be for selling fish. Well, over this past year with selling fish, I realized all the awesome fish that I like are not the best sellers online. So all the nano fish, um, the common stuff. I mean, granted, like cardinal tetras are still my number one selling fish, but like there's other fish that I've had for months, and they might go through spurts of like somebody buys a bunch, and then nobody buys any. And the problem is at this point, I probably lost money on doing those fish, mainly because if I had, let's say, 100 rasboras, Harlequin rasboras, so I guess I need to specify. If I've had 100 of them for 3 months now, and I've been feeding them and doing water changes and heating them, even if I sell them at what I want to sell them for, it's lost money at this point. So I think what I need to do is kind of either step away from doing that stuff, maybe get into more oddball fish, fish that are going to pull more money. Because I don't want to sound like it's all about money, but it is. I'm trying to run a business, and the business has to make money to keep going forward. And that's another thing with all the smaller items, all the fish foods. I'm still getting orders in all the time, so thank you guys. But I am still on the path of I'm not going to restock any of the hard goods as of right now. Just mainly because, like, with the profits, like, let's say if I sell a bag of fish food and I make $1, well, $1 really doesn't grow the business to where I want it to go. So I think it needs to be more higher end or specialty things. So one of the items, let me see where I'm at on my list. One of my bigger tickets that the profit margin's better, and I've been selling a lot of these past few weeks, are matten filters. So a lot of people that are doing like shrimp, people are the biggest people that buy matten filters. I run matten filters in a lot of my tanks, especially the shrimp tanks out there. I run them in all the flow-through system, all the 10 gallons up top, all have matten filters. But that's one of my biggest sellers right now, and it's like the best profit margin because it's not like a $3 item; it's like a $30 item. Like the 10-gallon ones, I think are $15 or something like that. They're not that expensive, but the profit margin's better. So I've been thinking about what if I focus more on matten filters, and the thing is like I don't have one sitting here. So matten filters are very fine filter media. The PPI on them is very high, pores per inch. Let's say they're 45 PPI. They're perfect for shrimp. I was thinking about doing like a custom line of manufacturing them all myself here in house, because my matten filters are coming from basically Flip Aquatics. It's like a wholesale through Flip Aquatics. So the Flip matten filters, it's the same ones I have. Literally, they're the same ones. But I've been thinking about doing them in different porosities, different PPIs. So instead of maybe really fine filter for shrimp, doing a coarser one where somebody might want to use it for actually filtering their tank, because a matten filter, I have a filter here. It's basically just the filter. Oh god, I'm making a mess. So this is a big one. This is just like a custom piece that I was testing the porosity on. This thing in like a 40-gallon breeder, they're almost this big. They're pretty big, right? This thing has a lot more filtration capacity than like a sponge filter would. And what I like about, and the reason this is why we use them in my flow-through system, the flow-through system doesn't have shrimp. I use it because it's a massive filter area, and in the back, like my tanks are all set up long ways, so you're looking down the length of the tank. When this is the back of it, it's a background, but it's also the filter. and it's out of the way. The fish can't get stuck behind it. That's why I like them. So I use them not just for shrimp. Sorry guys, I'm tired. I'm trying to drink water. Keep going. So I like them for A, it's a background. B, it's a huge filtration surface area. And I think they look nice. So along that line, I've been thinking about doing like the custom matten filters, different porosities. So like if you want like a very coarse one, so you don't have to clean it, doing something like that. I also thought, well, if I start bringing big rolls of the filter media, then I can do like custom sponge filters if somebody wants a sponge filter, and going different routes. The biggest thing I think I want to get in on matten filters is better shipping, because they're so big. I've been basically shipping them in whatever, some polyfill, whatever size the filter is, it ships in that size box. Well, the 10 gallons, the 20s, like 20s as in 20 tall, 20 long, they're fine to ship. Like, it's not a big deal. The 55s, the 40 breeders, those things get a really wide footprint. Even though these things don't weigh anything, once you hit that certain size footprint with the male, they get expensive to ship. So I shipped out a box, I think it was this week, and it was like 4 10s and like a 40 breeder, and it was like $40 to ship that box, which weighed nothing. I shipped out 4.5 pounds, like a Fluval stratum bag, and it was $8.90 or something to ship it a state over today. So, and it weighed probably 3 times as much as that sponge filter box. So I think a way to help cut down on shipping is vacuum sealing the matten filters. So I have a vacuum sealer. So basically putting this in plastic bag, vacuuming it, which just should suck this down flat. Shipping it so that way it's a thinner box. And then when the person gets it, you cut open the bag and it should expand back to its original size. I want to do testing, but what I want to do is basically vacuum seal this for like 5 days. Like thinking like shipping at maximum would take 5 days, right? Sealing it for 5 days, opening it, letting the vacuum out, and seeing how long it takes to, go back to its original size. If it goes back immediately, no problem, right? Because I don't want to like ship it and then have somebody be like, well, it never went back to being 2 inches thick. It stayed like completely flat. That defeats the purpose. But I think that's one way I might be able to get around with shipping charges. So, just an idea I had. The other 2 ideas I had were, as far as the business goes, instead of selling like the small products that they sell, they just don't move. I kind of envisioned that it'd be like a high volume, like low margin company where I'm doing so many orders that even though I'm only making like 50 cents, a dollar, 75 cents, across the board, I was going to do enough orders that it wouldn't matter. Like it'd be hunky dory, right? Well, there's been times where I do have a ton of orders and I might make $50 one night in profit, which cool, $50. The problem is it might be like 15 orders or something like that. I'm just throwing out random numbers to kind of give you an idea. Well, 15 orders by the time I, bag them and ship them and, print the labels, it's a time versus money thing. And then it's like, all right, that $50 profit, it took me 4 hours or whatever to get to there. So it's like, so it's kind of more like bigger ticket items. One of the things I like doing, so I'm trying here's an idea of combining 2 hobbies. I like car stuff. I like welding and fabricating steel stuff. What if I started making like steel stands for people? I did have a few people reach out to me about doing big stands after they saw the Ohio Fish Rescue videos, the Bellagio tanks, those stands I did, the 1,000 gallon, the 500 gallon And the 700 gallons, those are my stands. So I thought about, what if I did like, not like, shipping is crazy. So like with a stand like that, it had to ship like freight or something. So what if I could build a stand that could be assembled by the end user, like, maybe it comes in two pieces, and then there's bolts, and the bolts can go together, um, something like that. That's one idea I had. The other thing was custom beta racks. So I have that fry rack, which was originally my beta rack, and it's like super homemade, just the easiest way I could get beta tanks. What if I made like a full custom beta rack? So one of my wholesalers, so everybody knows Aquarium Co-op and those beta racks that they have, super nice. It's the kind of like the flow through with the sump underneath. My wholesaler sells those, and they get in like 30 of them every order, and they're sold out. They're pre-sold before they even hit their warehouse. And I got email today from them about they got 36 of them in today. They're already sold out, but they're taking orders for the next batch. And they say it takes like 4 months to get these things in. I thought it'd be cool. What if I made something like that? That's very professional, even if somebody at home wants it. And maybe do options where instead of like the smaller tanks, maybe they're a little bit bigger tanks. Basically like an end user fish store rack. So I don't know, something that I might play around with, and I might just build it to build it, and see how it works. And it's basically taking what I already made because I have the sump on that beta rack that I made. It runs full filtration and heat. Just taking that from that really homemade setup to something more professional. So that might be something I build for the garage. Once I do the fish room out there, maybe I build a custom rack and see what I can come up with as far as making it look professional. And maybe that was an idea that if I build it, see how it works, can I make it look good, and then maybe it's worth selling. I don't know. I'm going to jump in the chat and see what everybody's talking about. Ooh, I'm scrolling. I just saw Chevy Fish almost got T-boned. Glad you did not. That would suck. Chevy Fish is also a huge supporter of mine. She orders a ton of stuff through my website, so I do appreciate all your orders, Chevy Fish. I do appreciate your continued support. And guys, like, instead of doing like super chats, place an order. I'd rather have you guys order something. Like, if you're going to spend $20 on a super chat, buy $20 worth of stuff, because you're supporting me and you're getting something in return. Like, that's like the best way to support me, because you're getting something back. I mean, I love super chats, don't get me wrong, but I feel bad just taking money when, if you buy something through the store, at least you're getting something back. I'll close that out. Mike said Cafe has a swap the same day as Circle City. I haven't even kept up with Cafe recently. I don't know when the swap is, to be honest. John said, I love driving skid steers. We owned a Bobcat. Skid steers are fun. Like, originally I was trying to get them to get a track steer. So it's a skid steer, but instead of wheels, it's got tracks, because then it won't get stuck as easily in the mud. With a trencher attachment and a bucket, so I could smooth the dirt out easier once it was done. And then ended up being cheaper just to get the excavator, which it dug the trench perfectly. No issues. What was super awesome is that farm had 0 rocks in their soil. I dug all but like the very last, the only time I actually hit rock was like right next to the barn. So I'm guessing it was probably like rock that was brought in when they built the barn to help firm up the soil around it. That's the only place I hit rock. The other 1,500 feet, it was just plain dirt, some clay, but I didn't have to deal with any rock. It was super awesome. Scrolling through the chat. I Hate Stupid People said, hey, your name's back. Roll them up like insulation. So yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really want to fold them. So you could roll it up, but the problem is, let's see how tight I can roll this thing, which is not really that tight. You still have your length, but now instead of being 2 inches thick of the thumb, it's this thick. So it's kind of playing that box odds. It's all about like the girth of the box. I wonder if I could roll them up and then vacuum seal them, because then it could be a long skinny box, but not as tall. I'm trying to get them really skinny, like box height, but that might be an idea. I guess I can mess around with like quoting a box and seeing how that would ship differently. Because the problem is when I buy boxes, I buy like 100 of one size at a time, because it's like the best way to get like the cheapest rates. And then there's certain boxes that the box might be actually like 2 inches bigger, but it's like half the cost of like the size I really want. Because I try to size the box like perfect, so that way stuff fits in tight. But when it's like cheaper to get a bigger box, because it's probably a way more common used box, then I go that route. But really, the smallest box I can ship something in, the better. It's cheaper on shipping. You don't have to fill it up with as much like packing materials. I don't use packing peanuts. I never will, because I hate those things with a passion. I hate when I open a box and it's full of packing peanuts. I get why companies use it, because they probably have a hopper. They open a chute and it fills it. You got the perfect amount. You're done. Pain in the butt though, as the end user. They're messy. I hate them. I hate them. I like using the craft paper, which is like the brown paper, and the air bags, and all my shipping like padding materials is all 100% recycled. And by that I mean it's all stuff I bought online. I keep all the materials. I have yet to have to buy repacking like materials. So whenever I order something on Amazon for the house, or if I order wholesale and they send me all those plastic airbags, or the craft paper as shipping padding, I keep it all. And I call that recycling. So instead of me buying more paper to send to you guys that you guys end up recycling, I don't have to buy it. So A, I'm saving money, but B, I'm not having to buy more products. And so it's repurposing. So I try to repurpose when I can. I don't repurpose boxes except for the large fish, like styrofoam boxes I ship big orders in. I keep all the boxes when my fish were coming in. I haven't had any fish in a long time come in. But I kept all those boxes. There's no point in throwing away these big styrofoam lined boxes. And I'm talking like, we're just styrofoam cooler, not like the cut styrofoam. No point throwing those away, because I can use those to ship back out. So repurposing them. Scrolling. Josh Price is here. What's up, Josh? So since Josh is here, let's not do it. I was going to say, let's talk about their Escape build-off. So I missed last weekend's live stream. Apparently it was a doozy that I saw tonight. They said that they had to take it down because it got a little rowdy. But I missed last week's live stream, but I caught up on some of the info tonight, and out of the two scapes, I'm not trying to start the big scape debate again. Chris Biggs covered it all for us tonight. Josh's scape I did like more. I am more of the naturalistic looking scape person, even though I'm not really naturalistic myself, but I like looking at that stuff. But they're both winners. Big Rich gets the participation trophy. But no, and in all seriously, they both did good jobs, and I can't wait to see them up there. I don't know when I'm going to make it up there again because, like I said, I got a wedding tomorrow, and then next weekend I'll be in Tennessee for my little mini vacation. So maybe a weekend after that. My parents are going back to Florida in 2 weeks. Actually, when I get back from vacation, they go to Florida, which means my dogs no longer have their babysitter. So probably no long weekends at OFR, but maybe like a Friday night or something like that I can swing. But Josh, I'll try to come back up and kick it. And I'll bring up the drone, get some videos of the ponds and whatnot, I guess. I'm done talking about my fish stuff tonight. I don't really have much more fishy things to talk about. I'm trying to think. The garage, I guess, is probably going to continue as originally planned, and once I build the shed, I can move like more car stuff out of there, and then work on redoing the drywall and the lighting, because I want to get good lighting in there. And it's probably going to be a few months worth of stuff, because I need to save up for all the materials, and I need to get a gas plumber out to put a tap in so I can run a gas heater. But I think the 2000 build is going to go back to being built. I think I'll probably start on the 2000 before I get the garage done, just because I like building stuff. So John said Big Rich was a little butthurt about losing. I mean, it's all in fun games. Josh just went the extra step, according to Rich, out of the rules. But if they do a second scape off or whatever, I'm sure Big Rich will have something planned. But Josh probably said 2,000 subs, woohoo. Yeah, I hit 2,000, and then I did some non-fish related videos, and I dropped under 2,000. And then I think the last time I checked, yeah, I'm above 2,000 again. So appreciate all the subs. So I guess the next goal is 3,000 subs. So we'll get there. And I want to do some more drone video. That thing's actually a ton of fun. I want to do more nature videos without. I kind of want to go down to Hocking Hills, which is in southern Ohio. It's like mountain-ish, I guess, mountains for Ohio. A lot of beautiful things down there, and there's like some waterfalls. I think I can get a lot of sweet drone videos down there. So I think there will be some cool videos coming eventually. I'm taking the drone and stuff with me to Tennessee to try to do some nature videos while I'm down there. Maybe, you know, there probably won't be any fish. I can't imagine I'll come across any fish, but some nature-ish videos to put on the channel. But we'll see. I do have one drone video that I took at my friend's farm, the 13 acres I went and looked at, and I was the potential buy. I took some video of that property, and there's some cool videos or cool footage in that video, so I'm going to edit it and upload it just so you guys can see like the 13 acres and some cool stuff. It won't be anything crazy, but something to watch. This video, whoops, the battery backups video about the air pumps, I still need to finish this video out for you guys. I'll get back to it. I will. It's been crazy. My weekends have been packed. Maybe Sunday. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday. I'll set a reminder on my phone to knock this video out on Sunday for everybody. And we had some crazy storms in Ohio. Ooh, when was that? Was it Monday night? We actually had like tornadoes and stuff. So losing power was on the table for sure. It could have happened. I didn't lose power, which is great. If I'm going to lose power, I hope it's always in the summer, because it's easier for me to just add air to tanks versus trying to add air and heat the tanks while they don't have power. But I do want to do this backup battery, and I think it'd be like educational and informative. So for everybody using backups, how to go about it. I don't know if you guys saw, I got a haircut today on my lunch break because of the wedding tomorrow. But yeah, so I don't have anything really else to talk about. I don't know what's going on in your guys' lives. I see something about there's a lot of car talk, it looked like earlier. I see John is talking about 70 Monte Carlo, and he's getting into a bunch of car talk. I try not to go into cars too much because I don't know. I know there's some people that are big into cars. I'm obviously a mechanic, so I'm into cars. I try not to get too far down that side path of the channel, but I could definitely talk about cars all day if I wanted to. But yeah, so don't really have anything else to talk about, guys. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm actually kind of surprised I went through that list really quick. I thought it was going to be like a full hour, and it wasn't. So yeah. Anyways, I don't want to like just sit here and be boring. So I think I'll probably just wrap up the channel tonight, and I might go start this project. Chevy Fish, you're all good. You didn't hijack anything. I wish I had more to talk about. It's been hectic around here. So, anyways, there goes that stream thing again. Error occurred. I'm gonna go reset my internet. Refreshing my page. Yep. So if you get the error, just refresh. Anyways, I'm gonna go reset my internet because apparently it's not very happy tonight. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys so much. Oh, let me get this chat fixed. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all this craziness. Hopefully, Fish Room will be back on schedule, and I can work on that. Especially, I mean, if it gets dragged out until winter, at least it'll give me something to do over winter. That's when I built my first Fish Room, was during winter time because I was bored. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I'll try to come up with more content for you guys. I'm sorry. But I'll see you guys next Friday. Oh, no. I might not see you next Friday because I'll be on vacation. And I'll go live if they have Wi-Fi, but I don't think they even have Wi-Fi. I don't know. We'll see if there's internet. I'll do a live stream from the cabin. It won't be an hour long because I'm going to be relaxing with my friends. But if there's Wi-Fi, I'll try to do maybe a short live stream Friday night. And yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Maybe see you next Friday, and I'll try to get a video out this week on this for you. So thanks, guys. Sorry to cut your side chat off. It looks like you guys are having fun with the cars, but take it easy. Oh, Texas Fish Room, I think I did. It's popped in my head. I saw that you said the convicts you got from me, you have fry from them already. Good luck. They populate quickly, buddy. Which is, hey, if you want that, that's awesome. But you got some Ohio Fish Rescue fish. All those fish were from the rescue, so you can sell them as Ohio Fish Rescue convict fry. Anyway, see you guys. Until next time. Peace.